Good morning. I am not going to be on the screen probably for reading this week. I'm doing some recording and it's still dark outside. It's actually very early in the morning and I don't have good lighting at all. So anyway, so we'll just record with the screen for this week. So today we are going to be on lesson 29. It's a skill station day. Therefore, you do not need your reader book. You only need your work text. And I'm just going to go ahead and put up here pages 226 to 227. So if you want to get those pages out right quick, this is actually a very short lesson. We're just going over dictionaries and different kinds of dictionaries. Now, on page 226 in your work text, you're going to see these three different types of dictionaries. Now, when I was a kid, we didn't have Google, we didn't have the internet, we didn't have anything like that. So when we didn't know how to spell a word or we needed to look up a word for whatever reason, we had to go to old Webster. We had to go to the dictionary. Now, I do want you to realize that we're not today talking about a regular Webster's dictionary that just gives you definitions of words. We're actually talking about three different kinds of dictionaries that give three different kinds of information. The first one is a Bible dictionary. It's at the top of page 226. Now, I want you to notice at the very top, now, beside the picture of Bible dictionary, there's a big yellow brownish box there with a bunch of words in it. At the very top of that little box, you're going to see Habakkuk/Hagar. You see that up there at the very top? Okay, what that tells us is those are called guide words. That tells us that the very first word on this Bible page would be Habakkuk. And then it tells us that the last word on that page would be Hagar. And all the other words in between in alphabetical order between Habakkuk and Hagar. Now, it shows you notice the last word on that then is Hagar. It doesn't show you the entire page because we don't see Habakkuk. But if it showed us the entire page, it would have Habakkuk as the first and Hagar as the last. Now, you see the black words, Haft, Hagab, Hagaba, and Hagar. Okay, those are called entry words. Those are the words that are entered in that you would be looking up. Now let's look at Hagar. Now Hagar, then it tells you how to pronounce it. That's called the pronunciation, right next to the word, and then it gives a definition of that or tells who it was. A native of Egypt, servant of Abraham, and then it gives references where you can find that information in the Bible, and a handmaid of Sarah in Genesis 16:1. Okay, so a Bible dictionary basically gives you information that you can look up that's biblical or scriptural. People, places, words. Sometimes I use the King James Version when I read, and a lot of times there's words in there that I don't quite understand what it's talking about, so I'll have to look that up in a Bible dictionary. So the next kind of dictionary is a biographical dictionary. Now, do you see the word biography? It would be biography. Do you see that there? Okay, you know what a biography is. A biography is a book written about a person's life by another person. So an autobiography is a book written about yourself. But a biography is a book written about someone else's life. So a biographical dictionary, what in the world do you think, what kind of information are you going to get from a biographical dictionary? Well, let's look at the middle of page 226. Now, do you see the guide words at the top? The first one on that page would be Lincoln. The second word on that page would be link. And then all the words in between would be in alphabetical order. So let's look at Lincoln. You see where it shows you that in bold letters? That's the entry word. Right beside there is the pronunciation. Shows you how to pronounce the word. And then it gives his first name, Abraham. And then it gives the years of when he was alive. 1809 he was born, and 1865 he died. Born in Kentucky, spent about 1 year in school, taught himself many things by reading books over and over, worked as a clerk and later owned his own store, worked as a surveyor and ran a post office, served in the Illinois state legislature, wanted to keep slavery out of the new territories, became U.S. president in 1860, announced the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863, shot by John Wilkes Booth April 15, 1865. So a biographical dictionary gives you information on people. And you don't look it up by their first name. You look up every person by their last name. All right, the last one also has a word, part of a word, geograph. Geography, geograph, okay, means about the world. Geo talks about the world. So a geographical dictionary is going to give you information about places. So look at the last dictionary there on page 226. Do you see the guide words? The first one on this page is Mizen, and the last one would be Myra Bay. So do you see how it gives you the same thing? It just shows you the entry word, it shows you how to pronounce it, and then it gives you some information about those places. Easy peasy. All right, can you look at page 227 for me? All right, so we're going to answer these questions using this dictionary page, okay? Now, on number 1, it says, which dictionary would tell you what the largest city in Michigan is? Which one of those? Would it be a Bible dictionary, biographical, or geographical? Geographical. So number 1 would be geographical. Okay, good. All right, let me see if I can fix this here. All right, so let me erase this. So number 1 we said was the geographical dictionary. That's all you need to put. You don't have to write the word dictionary. Okay. Oh, I don't want to do that. I want to erase my lines. It's not going to let me, is it? Let's see. Okay. There we go. Now, let's go back up here. This is the craziest little thing ever. There we go. All right, now we can move on. Now let's look at number 2. How high is Mount Mizink? Which dictionary would you use? That would be the geographical dictionary, but it doesn't want us to, it's asking us how high it is, so you'll have to look at that geographical dictionary. And the first word in there is the Mizink, Mount Mizink. See, it's a volcanic peak in South France. Look how tall it is, 5,755 feet. So that's going to be your answer then on number 2. Sorry, I'm a little stuffy this morning. So there's your answer for number 2. We had to use our geographical dictionary to do that. Okay, let's look at number 3. Which dictionary would tell you when Lindbergh flew across the Atlantic? Which dictionary would we use to look up about Lindbergh and when he flew across the Atlantic? Did you say the biographical? Yes, we'd have to use that to look up information about a person. All right, look at number 4. When did Abraham Lincoln become U.S. president? All right, well, let's look over which dictionary would we look in? The biographical. Let's see, let's look at Lincoln. Can you look through that information about him and tell me what year he became president? Is that your answer? That's when he became president. It's written in there. Good. All right. Let's look at number 5. Which dictionary would tell you the names of temple servants? It would be the Bible dictionary. Is that what you said? Good. Number 6. What is a haft? Look over there. Which dictionary is that in? It's in the Bible dictionary, but it wants us to know what it is. Read what the definition of a haft is. Is that what you found? It's a handle. Exactly. Good deal. All right, I'd like for you to finish the last 3 yourself. You're just going to figure out which dictionary you would use to find that information. Now, I'm not going to grade this page, but somebody needs to check it. So if your grandmother wants to snap a picture of it and send it to me, I'll check it and make sure you got it all right. Okay? All right, great. That's all for today.